Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We are on the Raid Shadow Legends test server once again, and today we're going to be checking out probably the most hyped up, everyone's favorite Sylvan Watchers champion, Elva Autumnborn. This is the one that kind of stood out to me and seems to be standing out to a lot of other content creators, people in the community, kind of the most wanted one. So we're going to be checking her out today. We also got blinds in properly in the house finally, so I'm testing out the setting here. I've basically got two blinds in my office. We've got what I'm using now, which is like a screen blind, which cuts out the glare but still lets a good bit of light through, but not glary light, not super bright. And then I've also got a blackout blind, so you know, we'll see how it works. But on those days where it's super sunny and we've got the magical white spot floating above our heads from the sun coming in, we can just cut that out with blackout. So yeah, anyway, let's dive in. Let's talk about Elva. That's enough about me. Elva Autumnborn, support champion, really nice base stats across the board. 110 base speed, huge base speed, good base resistance, tons of base defense, really good base HP. So she's very much built like a tank that is fast. I think in a lot of ways, actually, she reminds me of like kind of a budget version of Siphi. I feel like that's kind of what she is. And it's actually really cool because as a Magic Affinity champion, as something you can get from your ancient shards, your sacred shards, like a more obtainable Siphi style champion, you know, even if she's not as good as Siphi, it's still very helpful. So she does share some similarities. We're going to see that. So her A1, Scepter of Thriving, single target attack, puts continuous heal buff for 2 turns on the ally with the lowest HP. This actually is going to put out quite a bit of healing, I suspect. 2 turns of continuous heal. I mean, that's a 30% heal. Of course, it's coming in over time, but in something like Hydra, right, this is going to actually put out a lot of healing. It's definitely going to add up. It's going to synergize very well with like revenge accessories, with ally attack, with counter attack, anything like that. It's really going to do a lot of healing. Of course, one of the big concerns we're going to see when we test her out in Hydra today is that might start to really throw things off with the mischief targeting, right? If the continuous heal starts stacking up on somebody, they could become the target for mischief and get the buff stolen. So we'll see. Her A2 then is very good. Books to a 3-turn cooldown. Nature's Paths, actually plural, has a 75 books to 100% chance of removing all debuffs from all allies, places block debuffs, and 30% increased speed on all allies for 2 turns. So this is very Siphi-esque with a distinct difference in terms of how you would use her in the arena though. So much like Siphi, we get block debuffs and increased speed. Now, she has it on a shorter cooldown, so for Hydra, that's very nice. What she does not have compared to Siphi, she does not have increased defense, and she does not have the turn meter boost. So, whereas with Siphi, you can use her as like your turn meter booster in Arena. Even though it's a small turn meter boost, it can still set up your team. Elva's not going to be able to do that, and the increased defense, that being missing, she's not going to be able to set up your defensive nukers for Arena in the same way that Siphi does. On the flip side, you get a full team cleanse and a shorter cooldown on Elva, and that's very strong as well. Full cleanse and then putting on block debuffs is very good. I'm thinking this is going to be a very strong move for the Arena. Then she comes in with a revive as well. Sprouting Season revives a target ally, 40% HP, 50% turn meter, and places increased defense and increased attack, the big versions, on the ally for 2 turns. This has only a 3-turn cooldown, so it's a really nice short cooldown on this single target revive. It's not the most powerful, but at least increased defense, increased attack. It gets your either type of nuker ready to go. Again, the increased defense will help them stay alive. I think it's going to be quite nifty for Hydra, especially to come back with increased defense. Though the HP is low, this is definitely an interesting and exciting move. I think that's pretty cool too. Yeah, again, it's not super duper powerful, but it has that short cooldown. Then Leaf Shroud, her passive, heals each ally 10% their max HP at the start of their turn. This is very Siphi-esque and should do quite a surprising amount of healing. Place Perfect Veil for 1 turn on the ally with the lowest HP at the end of this champion's turn. I'm excited to try this out in the arena with Candrafon, for example, as a champion that could potentially enable him at least a little bit. Yeah, I think this is pretty nifty. It's only for 1 turn, mind you, so we'll be reliant on masteries to maybe extend it or a buff extender. And then a 19% speed aura for all battles, which is really good. So we're going to try her out in a few different spots here today. The main 2 spots I'm going to focus on are, of course, the hardest areas, Arena and Hydra. So these are the 2 areas that, you know, I think other content creators have really covered how well she works in... Did we finish in Plat? Oh, we did. On the test server. Never finished in Plat for reals, though. No avatar. I finished in Plat like several times in the test server. No avatar to be seen. So let's not fight rats here. I've got a couple of different arena teams to try out with her. A couple of different ones. So I've put together these two. We also do have a almost full new guys team, but we're not going to see that first. So this is a team that you may be familiar with. I've used a team like this before. I'm calling this Elva 1. We'll try this out first. So usually I use Mithrala in this spot. Mithrala comes in with a cleanse, the strengthen, a really big shield, and Mithrala cannot be debuffed, so that protects her. Elva is not going to have that protection, but she's going to come in, and we're going to see what she does by default here. I have not tested her, so I'm curious to see how it works. And yeah, we're going to get a shield, increase attack, and another source of block debuffs from Brogni, which is going to give increased attack to Candrafon. We've got Ultimate Death Knight to hopefully keep us alive a bit with his passive. He's going to give us some shielding, some more healing, and just be locking down the enemy. So I'm curious to see how this works. I should show you how I built her actually first, shouldn't I? So this is kind of awkward on the test server. I have built her in Stone Skin, which is probably your best option for Arena. We're going to change this for Hydra, of course. Stone Skin's, I mean, it's fine for Hydra, but it's kind of wasted on a Hydra champion. We kind of need to go for this on the test server because we don't have reaction accessories for this faction. In fact, we've got none. And unfortunately, I don't have a good banner. So we've got an accuracy banner here, which kind of sucks. So that's bad because accuracy, she has no use for it in her kit. So we would love for that to be like a resistance banner. Would start to get a resistance to somewhere respectable. Her resistance is still really low, or HP to crank it up. So I'm not 100% sure about the build. She's got lots of defense, lots of speed, really. A good chunk of HP and resistance. We'll see if it works or if this is too much of a mishmash. It's hard without the accessories, but there you go. And for masteries, I did give her more resistance. We'll see again if it works. And I do think that extending her buffs is the way to go, for sure. If the resistance is not enough, you could just build her with no resistance and just put her in Stone Skin so she's got the chance to resist. To not be locked down with CC, the chance to resist the strips, and then give her something like Timely Intervention and just have her with lots and lots and lots of health and stuff like that. We're going to try her out like this first. So let's try it this team. This is going to be kind of nasty because they're going to increase accuracy and try to strip us. So I don't know what's going to happen. This is cool. We can try it then our other version of the team as well and see how that goes too. So let's take a look here. This is Hell Hades. This is going to be very scary. Oh boy, yeah. So he's all in Stone Skin. So we actually did go first. And this is where it's a little bit awkward. She can put on the increased speed. And we'll play it as if we were full auto. So that was strange. I don't know why he didn't do the increased accuracy. I guess we just take it. We can attempt to strip their buffs, I guess. We actually strip Stone Skin. That's interesting. All right. And we can then go in and we can try to fear. Oh, of course we can't. Oops, we can't fear Madame. She's not a legendary. Oh, that was a mistake. Luckily, we didn't get stripped on Elva, but unfortunately then, it didn't really matter. She can A1 here. Smacks. Cool. Okay, and Candrafon, he's coming in. Now, he does have decreased attack, which does kind of suck. But we can come in and we can at least lay the smack in, see what happens. Really not much happened, actually. The smack comes in from Leorius, but again, not much happens. We get the shield back on. That's useful. There's the increased accuracy. So weird stuff is just happening across the board is basically what's happening. This is, yeah, he's got a better chance to provoke against legendaries. Let's see if we can provoke him. We cannot. You can see her cooldown actually coming back really quick, which is pretty awesome. Let's smack her. We get the veil on right here from her passive, which is cool. It's only for one turn. She takes a hit and she's actually surviving. All right, cool. This is truly intense right now. Let's see. Who do we want to kill off? It's kind of a tough call. We really want to get rid of any of these champions. Let's get rid of Madame, or let's fail our attack. That works as well. Oh, boy. We'll get to it eventually. Here we can cleanse off these debuffs. Very nice. She really is speeding through her turns. We'll put a shield and some healing back on right there. Luckily, Leorius, while he's shielded up here by Necret, he doesn't really do much damage, so we're kind of chilling. That was actually a pretty big smack on him, so I'm a little bit worried about that. We'll see how we do. Let's see if we can finish her off. Not quite yet. She's protected now. That's okay. We've got the bonus damage, actually. Let's actually kill off Yoshi. Bam, bam. Double smacks from Candy. Doing his thing. We'll come in here. We did fear him. That's good. We'll put on a big shield here from our boy. And we'll smack him. So we're doing this on manual, which is real slow, but you get the gist of it. We are going to get through. Elva, I feel like she's doing an okay job. There's not really too much purpose to her, though. I mean, she really does cycle through this very quick. She's making our team very fast with that increased speed compared to if we had a Mithrala. So that is certainly interesting. We'll come in and smack here. And now this is the moment of truth. Can we survive against this horribleness? Let's find out. He doesn't have increased attack, but I'm a bit worried we might not have a shield. We do have Perfect Veil on Candrafon. That might be enough to keep us alive. We got the shield here, and he's got an A1. He didn't have his AoE available, so we do win. There we go. We had to manual it. It took 3 minutes. Truly exciting, but we got to win against Hell Hades because people know about Hell Hades. You got to try hard. Okay, so we saw that team. Do we want to try it against this team, or is it kind of the same thing? It's kind of the same. I mean, let's try it one more time, and let's see what happens on full auto. And then we'll try a different team for the next one. But yeah, Elva, in this situation, she's not doing too bad. As you can see, I probably built her too quick, right? We'd really want the debuffs to come out, and then she... Well, actually, I guess it doesn't really matter in this situation where they don't have a buff stripper. It's actually okay. That doesn't actually bother us too much. I imagine we won't be able to beat this team because it's going to be really hard to actually kill Duchess with a Candrafon. That's sort of the problem right there. Probably should have sent in something different. Didn't really think that one through. Oh well. We will slowly work this Duchess down. Yes, you just have to pray that Candy gets lucky and gets a big crit in. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Not going to happen. All right. But the fun thing is, at least Candy is going to keep getting Perfect Veil whenever she takes a turn. She's going to give him that Veil, which is going to up the damage of his attack, which is cool. We'll actually see what he will default into here. I don't know what... okay, Brimstone might actually help us, maybe, get through this. Of course, the issue we're going to run into is that the revives are going to be blocked by Lydia. Whoops. Which could make things kind of nasty. The hit goes on to Ultimate Death Knight. Okay, Candrafon is going to veil himself up anyway. He was not impressed by the veil from her, and he reveiled himself. But it does keep him alive. Like, at least if he doesn't have veil, she's going to do a good chunk to protect him. And there we go. Again, we're getting that healing. Every time someone takes a turn, they do get that little bit of healing from her. Ultimate Death Knight is getting low. He has a continuous heal. If she does her A1, there we go. He's got another continuous heal. So let's see how much he gets healed on his turn. It's a really big chunk. He just got healed an absolute chunk from those continuous heals from her. Plus that 10%. All right, Duchess is getting low. She's getting lower, but we're sort of getting low as well. We have had very good coverage of the block debuffs because of the speed that we built her with. But yeah, let's see. I think we might have a chance here. We might. I'm worried that, once Mountain King kills somebody, he's going to get, supercharged. Okay, that wasn't much damage. I actually think, yeah, Ultimate Death Knight, actually back to full health. That's cool. This is where definitely the Mithrala would give us a different win condition, where Mithrala with the Petrify would really help against this team, whereas we don't really have that availability. We probably would want to take it off full auto. I guess that's cheating, actually. That's sort of cheating. And they're going to target Duchess anyway. But yeah, right. You know what? I'll be back. Oh, we got our first death. So she's going to attempt to revive now, I presume. Yeah, she's going to attempt to revive. It does get denied. So let's see what happens. The good news is she's got such a short cooldown on that revive. Let's actually keep you guys watching until we get that revive out, and then we'll come back. If she lives, she might not live. Yeah, actually, I think she might be a goner. So she can't perfect veil herself, so she cannot protect herself. Never mind, she totally did. She just perfect veiled herself. And we just killed Duchess. It's all coming together, boys. It's all coming together. Okay, Duchess is down. Elva, she has a heal on herself. She might get killed now. No, Mountain King, the fool. Okay. Oh, he couldn't. Again, she's veiled herself. So she totally does veil herself. She's just revived Ultimate DK with increased defense now, with that nice short cooldown. That's actually really nifty. And now she's veiled Ultimate Death Knight. I'm worried that she's going to get... Actually, she can't be killed, because, of course, Ultimate Death Knight passive kicks in. That's kind of fun, right? It's kind of a fun combo. They're very good in combination together. I think I actually do have them combo together for the second team as well. So now Lydia is gone. And boom, the block debuffs goes on. Oh, she's so close to dying. She's counterattacked. Oh, we're in serious trouble. But no, she's picked herself back up. And actually, because she was so low, she did veil herself. It's very fun. Man, yeah, this champion is really cool, actually, isn't it? I know that these have been really long fights, and I do apologize for that. But I hope that at least it's been pretty interesting. Because of Valkyrie, we haven't got a single turn here. Come on. Valkyrie, stop pushing our turn meter back. It's not fair. All right, we've almost killed this jerk. He's so close to dead. Oh, he's unkillable. Oh my god, this fight will never end. Well, you get to see how it works. Yeah, I think it's I love that how short her cooldowns are. It's actually super cool. Boom. Death Knight goes down. That's okay. Oh, the counterattack. That could actually be fairly scary. 20k hit. Come on. Come on, Canderfon. Okay, get us out of here. Don't frickin' use... There we go. Let's just make sure that goes in. I was having visions of Canderfon putting on all his buffs and we're here another 10 years. I'll be right back after this fight once this Valkyrie falls over dead. Eventually. Hey, there we go. We get through. And we can see at the end, Elva actually pumping out a really, really good amount of healing right there. Really, really solid. Yeah. Interesting. That was quite impressive. Right, let's try out a totally different style team. Oh, this is very much a go first team. Okay, let's give this a go. So the other style of team I've got in here is like bombs. So this one, we're all in stone skin. This is going to be pretty sketchy, guys. Pretty sketchy, because if we get stripped by Kymar, we are pretty dead. We do have the double reviver, so this is a very free-to-play, in a weird way, a free-to-play friendly team. If you've been playing this year, right? Because we've got 2 fusions, we got the login legendary, and then Elva, who's, you know, again, the point of the showcase. So obviously it's really hard to get her right now. But let's see what happens. So we got like the full stone skin team. Let's see what happens here. Elva is going to buff us up. She's going to strip their buffs, and then she's going to cleanse us. Then Uko's going to come in and buff strip. Ultimate DK's doing his thing. Then we come in with the bombs from Gaius, and this is actually looking really, really good. The Sky Piercer comes in and somehow didn't kill Gaius. I don't know what happened right there. That was kind of... How did he live? I'm actually confused. There we go. But Gaius, he's going. But I thought this is quite a fun little stone skin team to throw together. So the idea is that even if they do strip the stone skin, she comes in with the cleanse, or if they bomb your stone skin, she comes in with the cleanse and removes it. We've got the double reviver. We're going to try this against a different team as well, because this went super well and much faster than the last 2 fights, right? But we've got the double reviver, which I think is going to be very frustrating. Lots of healing from Ultimate Death Knight and healing from Elva. And then Gaius is obviously very, very vulnerable, but with the revivers, you know, and Gaius is passive and the buff stripping, you know, maybe it's going to work pretty well. YST. Let's try it against YST here. We'd probably lose because it's a Mithrala, right? That seems like a bad idea. I wouldn't fight Mithrala with this. She's just going to cleanse off the bombs. It's going to be a lost cause. This team right here, this looks very scary. It's too strong. Cold Brew, again, he's got the buff strip. A lot of these teams are honestly just a bit too scary, right? Let me see. Tyraku. Okay, this is a cool one. He's got the block revive. He has the +4 nuker. Let's see. So the block revive might mess us up here. I'd love to see just how we do against that +4 nuker. Like, how do they cut through the stone? I guess they can't really cut through the stone skin. They're all in stone skin. We're attempting to strip. We didn't really get the strip. Oh, and this is actually a problem because Gaius is not speed tuned in with Uko here. So I'd want to rebuild this team. You can see the issue right there. Gaius gets revived. Oh, and Uko is dead. So the issue right there, I did not have... Would it even have mattered? Yeah, probably. So we need Gaius to be tuned right after Uko. So that's definitely a big problem. Ooh, and we get taken out. The +4 nuker. So you need to tune that right. Like, they got block debuffs in between. So we need to match their speeds. I was on the I didn't bother. and we paid the price. Oh, very cool. We've got the... let's see this one. This is really cool. Michinaki can buff strip as well. This is just a fun one. I love this from MTG Jedi. Very, very cool. So they have the increased defense. I'm pretty scared. Oh, luckily, thank God, Mighty Uko stole increased defense off Michinaki. That is truly cheeky. We get cleansed. We strip their buffs. The block debuffs is on. And then we come in with the bombs. Very cool, though. I love seeing people try out the new champs on the test server. It's really nice. I know Deadwood has a team in there somewhere as well, which is like all new champs, which is super cool. I mean, Gaius is just popping off with these extra turns right now. Awesome. Okay, great. So we kind of got a vibe for it. It's really Stone Skin is doing the bulk of the work here. I do think that you could build Elva differently, but she's very much a go second champion. Like, compared to Siphi, because she speed boosts, this is what I would say. Because Siphi speed boosts, you know, the turn meter fill, Siphi's a better contender for a speed team, and she's faster as well. Elva could kind of work, but she doesn't have any turn meter boost in that, so it's a bit wonky, right? You got to increase speed, but no turn meter. So I feel like she is much more, and with the buff, with the cleanse, you know, she's much more designed for a go second team. I do still feel like I have her too fast for the go second team. She should be more like, 240 or something. She should be slower, a good bit slower. We don't want her to cleanse before they go. Let's see one more fight. Let's refresh it again. Can we see? I saw someone had Ailil in here. Here's a super tanky team. That might be a disaster for us. Let me see. Anything with any new champs? New champs? Here we go. Deadwood. Deadwood has her in there as well. So let's see. I just suspect that we should win this one. It's going to be very tough because he doesn't have any reaction accessories. That being said, we're not really doing reaction. Okay, so we went in. Oh, she's going to cleanse. Look at that. She actually cleansed off the block debuffs. He stole Stone Skin off Gaius. So this is actually looking, I would say, pretty rough for us. This should be an interesting test. This should actually be quite a fun one where people should actually start to die. Boom. Yes. Okay, we have our first death. The first revive goes out. We see that Uko has been stealing some buffs, which is really fun, attempting to place a decrease attack. It's just really hard to get buffs on because that cleanse is so good. We've cleansed. Cool. We're staying alive, but we haven't managed to get any debuffs on them. What we need to happen is, and it might work actually out in our favor, that because Uko has the 4-turn cooldown on the buff strip, and she has the 3-turn cooldown on her cleanse. Yeah, so she's used her cleanse, and we should be coming back now to our buff strip. So we've got a chance now. Here we go. This is the chance. We've got block buffs on the guy that we want on most. We've got another revive coming out right there. We need Gaius to get around to his bombs before she has a chance to cleanse. I'm not sure we're going to manage it, to be honest. Ooh, we actually fall over dead. We're cleansed. Okay. We've revived. That's good. But is it going to be enough? The taunt is on. That counterattack's actually super cool. We have the buff strip again, but she's resistant. This has actually been a really interesting fight where we're seeing not only the value of our Elva, but I think Deadwood's Elva has been absolutely fantastic here on this team, making it really because Uko just doesn't have enough accuracy. We just can't quite do it. He's going to revive. I think our Elva is going to revive. Everybody's getting revived right now. It's so funny. We've got a provoke out there. That's good. Uko's mercy kind of wasted. Rats off to you. All right, good. The single target hit does get that's good. Absorbed by him. We got the cleanse coming out. Reset for him is good. Explosive wit does nothing. Uh-oh. Elva will be coming around to a revive. Actually, Uko came around to his revive soon. They're a very good combo, aren't they? Her and Uko together. You get the cleanse for your team. This is looking good. We've got the bomb on Elva now. This is looking very good. Excellent. That's what we want to see. She's really low. I think she's just dead. Bam, Gaius goes down and we get the win. That was a super fun fight. I really enjoyed that one, actually. I thought both Elvas absolutely popping off right there. Both Elvas popping off, showing you the power, right? She's just rotating through the revive, the cleanse, the block debuffs, right? Cleansing with block debuffs together is just very strong. The perfect veil interferes with what you're doing. She's doing good healing. It's actually pretty cool. That was really awesome. I really enjoyed that one. Badass team from Deadwood, really throwing together that. I really love to see that. I thought, again, from our side, I really like Elva with Uko and Ultimate Death Knight. The three together, pretty awesome combo. You get the 20% speed aura, you got the buff strip with the block debuffs, you got the 2 revive. It's just revives coming out all the time. Uko with Uko's passive and the buff strip. It's a really annoying combo. Ultimate Death Knight gives you that protection as well with the single target stuff. And then you put in some form of damage dealer as well. In this case, we put in Gaius and as a stone skin damage dealer, but you could put in a Candrafon, you could put in like a Baron, you could put in whatever you want. You could put in a Magnar would be a very good option as well, because we don't really have good increased defense, increased attack. Magnar would do great here. Bit more straightforward. So very, very fun. I like it a lot. There we go. So that was Elva. I'm actually going to split. This is already too long. So let's do a second video looking at her in Hydra. I thought that was a fun little arena showcase, which kind of showed as much as we wanted. We can't see her in the faction crypt. For the dungeons, I think, she's a reviver. She's going to get you through quickly, but that's kind of mostly it. I do think, for Doom Tower, you could, unfortunately, she's not unlocked. You could put her in this sort of seer composition. you could throw Elva in and she'd actually be very good in this spot because, again, you don't need increased attack. So you could have her in there for the speed aura. She's going to give you block debuffs, increased speed. You build her in probably a shield set, which is kind of awkward. You could just leave her in the stone skin set, I suppose. And it's 2 buffs that are going to... It's 2 buffs for Seer. So let's actually see that in action. She should be actually plenty fast. So let's have her number 1, and I guess number 1. So we can actually see this in action. Let's see this for the end of the fight. I think she is going to be good here. Obviously, Duchess is better. Same speed aura, but Duchess will bring you... she brings you Perfect Veil, block debuffs, and increase attack. So she brings 1 extra buff. Oh, and you can't actually remove Stone Skin. Okay, so Stone Skin here kind of flops. And if you put her in Bolster set, which would be, you know, if you got reaction accessories, I think Elva's going to be very strong in Bolster set. If you have her in Bolster set, you know, again, you can't remove Bolster set with Seer. So Shield set would be perfect. But you can sort of, you can build around it. Here we go. So Seer's going to come in. Mostly killed him. Got a little bit awkward there because the buffs fell off and whatnot. We'll get through this, but she definitely works in this composition as well. So I use Brogni here, who's obviously very good. He gives you increased attack, shield. I think Seer can strip the shield, if I'm not wrong, and increase and block debuff. So he gives you 3 buffs too. You just miss the revive and you miss the speed aura, but it totally works. The speed aura is definitely better though to get ahead of some of those waves, you know? So I think Elva here is a strong contender. She's going to come in. Here we go. Fantastic. Bunch of buffs for Seer to rip off, and boom, there we go. Not the fastest because the wave 1 or 2 really slowed us down, but I think she does work well with the Seer comp. Good aura, couple of buffs, not the best, but really not bad. Not the best, but not bad. And she gives you revive so that if something goes wrong, she can pick you up and keep you going. So makes it sort of more auto-friendly, whereas, you know, with Brogni, if somebody dies, like to a War Chief reflect damage or something, you're just dead. There we go. I'm going to go switch her up her build for Hydra. I think we'll do a second video because I think it's going to be just a mega long video. I got way too in the arena stuff and had a lot of fun. So yeah, Elva for arena. What do I think? I think she's a really, really solid arena champion. Very solid. I just love how short her cooldowns are. She just flies through these cooldowns. She's got a solid enough aura. A1 is actually really good. The passive is really nice too. I think she's a very, very solid arena champion. She's been pretty impressive there. I'd say, like, compared to, I think she compares very, very much to Raka as well. The same aura. Raka also comes in with a cleanse, but she gives you a big shield, but does not give you, and she doesn't have as much defense. It's sort of a bit of an issue. She does not give you the block debuffs. And her revive sort of goes off at random. She just wastes this revive. It's really awkward. I think that Elva doesn't have the same problem that Raka had with the revive in the arena. She saves this obviously till somebody dies. It does feel like she cycles through stuff really quick. It's very cool. So there you go. I liked her in arena, and again for Doom Tower in a Seer comp, very good. In a regular comp, you know, as your healer, reviver, cleanser, she kind of got everything there. So there we go. Be back with Hydra. Stay tuned. See you soon.